Well, with many of us already starting to feel the heat and humidity, it's a near certainty it's going to get downright hot for Thursday, which is why we've got you ahead of the game with our alert day, mid to upper 90s, but that feels like at a top 105, it could push close to 110 into tomorrow afternoon. Now, the heat is more intense west of Toledo, something we'd experience on a typical summer day, but the humidity levels are extremely high. And look at the dividing line. It seems to be right along I-75. If you are west, you've already tapped into the high heat and humidity. If you're east of I-75, not quite yet. Upper 70s and lower 80s. It is much more comfortable for our counties east of I-75. Partially due to some cloud cover and a few storms that rolled off of Lake Erie, much of the active weather was confined to our lakeshore areas today. And speaking of that activity, it's going to be kicking off tonight. Bash on the Bay. And if you're still heading out there, mainly dry. A few isolated storms. Mid-80s going to be expected tonight. And as the bash continues tomorrow, 93 degrees. Very hot and mainly dry conditions outside of an isolated evening storm tomorrow night. Here's where the heat index is going to be going tonight. Back into the mid to upper 70s. It is going to be a really sticky, soupy night tonight. And I expect by tomorrow morning, we're going to go rising very quickly. Mid to upper 90s, close to triple-digit heat index values. That could be as early as about noon tomorrow that we start to tap into that extreme dangerous heat. There's the heat index through the afternoon, topping 105. And this is some high-end extreme heat that lasts through Thursday evening. So I do want you to avoid the strenuous activity. So if you're thinking yard work Thursday, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to take a hard pass on that one. If you must get out there and do it early in the morning when we're in the 80s, will be the time to do it. Very muggy, but extreme heat takes over. Midday through the afternoon, you do want to avoid strenuous activity and certainly stay hydrated if you are outdoors. Any storm chances tonight generally stay east of us. I do expect we could get very close to a few storms by tomorrow morning east of I-75. So keep that in mind. It is highly uncertain on exactly where those storms do develop. Better indication is, though, it is east of our area. Should we be into that bright sunny skies by about mid-morning tomorrow, we're going to go off to the races toward the upper 90s, likely to reach record warmth. And then very late tomorrow night, we're going to monitor the chance of some isolated storms. And again, the threat of a few strong storms that may develop in the heat and humidity. Very warm tonight, some isolated storms possible. Better chance of that east of I-75, 77 the overnight low. Our alert day Thursday, 97 degrees, heat index 105 to 110. It will be very hot and muggy as we go through Thursday. We do break the heat. It's a one-day event on Thursday, back to the mid-80s Friday. It will be dry Friday. Looking great for our Friday night football games. We continue to cool down into the weekend. Saturday, 78, mid-70s on Sunday. And we stay dry and very pleasant into early next week. Monday and Tuesday, several days in the upper 70s. It will stay gorgeous as we go into late August. Just have to get through one extreme day tomorrow with a high heat and humidity.